Hi, let's talk about the return and the charges that comes with the mutual fund investment. So let's talk about returns first. What kind of a returns you can expect, and whether you should be chasing returns at all or not. See, we should be chasing consistency. In case if the fund that you have invested in is too volatile, then maybe the fund manager is not able to build a portfolio which is which would be able to perform well. It is the consistency that will get you the return, right? And not necessarily the maximum return. So just to give you an example, let's say there are two fund manager. This is fund manager A and this is fund manager B, right? Now a fund manager B is able to give 15% kind of a return, and this fund manager is able to give 20% kind of a return, right? Now on the face of it, it looks like the fund manager A is better, right? Because he's able to deliver better returns. Now let's suppose for 10, let's say you invested 10 lakh rupees in both. You invested 10 lakh here and 10 lakh here, right? Okay, 10 lakh, 10 lakh. Now this fund manager is able to give 15% return on it, and this one is able to give 20%. So this is year number 1, 2, 3. Now since he's able to give more returns, possibly could be that he's taking more risk in order to give more returns. And let's say the benchmark return here, also assume that the benchmark return was close to, let's say, 12.5%, right? So both are able to beat the benchmark, but he's able to do far better, right? And let's say he's able to do 1.2% in all these years, and the market also supported, and he's able to generate this kind of return. But what happens in last 2 years is he's able to he incurs a loss of 5%, which is not much, and you'll be okay with this kind of track record. Even if he's able to give a minus 5%, that's okay. The money has appreciated in any way. Now here he's been consistent with his approach, and he's able to generate this kind of return, 15%, right? So let's see what happens here. His money after year 1 end becomes 1,20,000. Here it becomes, so there's a difference, right? And this would, sorry, right, now the next year it goes up by 20% more, and this goes up by 15%, right? This keeps happening. So Mr. B is a consistent performer. He's able to give 15% kind of a return, and here you would see, because of his consistency, he's able to beat the fund manager B, because all this while he was taking more risk and it was paying off. But maybe his luck ran out in the last couple of years, and just a negative return of 5%, and he has not been able to perform as good as the manager B. The manager B has outperformed manager A. So again, this just goes on to show, I'm showing you this because I want you to know that chasing high returns does not really guarantee success. You should be looking at the consistency. So it's able to beat the benchmark, and if the manager B is able to give a relatively better job or a equal job than the peers, then there's no harm in sticking to this fund. Because if you look at it, at the end of the year 1, you would see, okay, this fund manager has delivered more, then more, then more, and more. Now you'll be tempted to switch over to this fund by looking at the outperformance, but that outperformance is coming because of taking excessive risk, right? And in case if the luck runs out, here I'm just showing just a 5% cut. If it's deeper cut, then you can expect even more outperformance by manager B. So never chase this. So ideally, what return should you be expecting when you're investing into in the equity market? See, on an average, you should be looking at a return of close to 15-16%, because Sensex was came into being in 1978, and the base value was 100, right? And at present, if we have to take the exact value of Sensex, then there'll be close to close to 40,000, 39364. So right now it's 39364, and we are in the year 2019, right? So close to 40 years, we can say. It's been little over 40 years, so around 41 years. Now if you have to calculate the return, then it is, let's see, so 100 has become 39394, 39394, 39394 in about 41 years. If you have to calculate the rate at which it's going up, it has gone up. So 41 years, 100 rupees has become, so what is the rate of return that it has earned? Oh, just a second. Rate in 41 years has become, let me just write this down, 39394. So approximately 16% kind of a return that the Sensex has been able to generate in last 4 decades, which is phenomenal. So your target should also be that your equity portfolio, be it small cap, mid cap, large cap, whatever the combination that you have, the equity portfolio should be able to give a return of 15-16%, because that's what the benchmark has also given, right? Of course, you would look at the benchmark even when you're comparing your returns in the future, right? Because it's all dependent on the benchmark. If the benchmark is going up, the index is going up, then your portfolio value should also be going up. But typically, you should be looking at a return of around 15-16% from your equity portfolio. As far as liquid is concerned, you can expect 6-7% kind of a return. In a short-term fund, you can expect 8-9% kind of a return, right? But 15-16% is a phenomenal return if you are able to generate this over a period of time. But the important thing is that you should not be chasing the highest return. You should be chasing the consistent one. Okay, so now in our next video, we'll be looking at the charges that comes along with the mutual fund.